Okay, let's get started. I'll try to remember all of the art supplies that I used, but no promises. So as you can see, it's Sketchbook 11. The dates from when I was filling it in. A list of things to do that I did not do. Let's see. So we have a cat and some colored pencil swatches. These were from these are from organizing my colored pencils. I have them in like this giant pencil case in color order, as you can see. But then I got a couple of new colors and I needed to completely redo it. So I just stuck them in here because they were a lot of work and I didn't want to throw them away. I don't know what colored pencils these are. Oh, actually, I think these are the Koh-i-Noor woodless colored pencils, because I have some and I don't have yellow. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay, they're the Koh-i-Noor woodless pencils. They're not great, but they're good enough for like fiddling around. This is when I tried to make design a cuttlefish human hybrid. Oh, it's raining. And these were the sketches for it. I liked and these are the sketches for it, which I like better than the end result. But it's okay. This is done in like watercolor pencils. It's fine. They're not my favorite medium. I find them a little aggravating to try and layer. But it turned out okay. Let's see. Yeah, I can't show you that. There are a couple of things in the sketchbook that I cannot show you for fear of being yeeted off the YouTube platform. A house, an abandoned house. I tried to write down the person who took the photo, but I can't really read what I wrote now. This is a sketch for a painting I did later. This is a moth character. I decided that he was obsessed with Christmas lights. So that's fun. He's actually kind of sparkly, which I'd completely forgotten about, and you probably can't see. It's not super obvious. But he is a little bit sparkly. He's a lot of fun. He's really cute. I really prefer the red line art on these two to this one. Some really bad creature designs. There's a little tiny person up there. I don't really like these. I colored this one in later, but yeah, I don't like it. This is a spread of like pastel candy. I don't know, I was really in a pastel candy kind of vibe for a while. I wish I'd used a different watercolor palette to do this, because this is really desaturated, and every time I look at this page, it feels like I've turned the saturation down on my eyeballs. It's weird, but I like it. I think it's really cute. I think I did a good job. These are wings, studying different moth wings, trying to come up with something for a character. As you can see here, I never really did anything with the character. I might return to him at some point, but whatever. This was a potential design. I don't really like that. That was just doodling the candy store. These are some thumbnails that you can't really distinguish. This is another one. Didn't go with. We're not looking at that. The gold Sharpie was a mistake. I didn't go with this one because I didn't think it suited his personality, but I do like this one. I like this one. I think I went with this hair in the end. But yeah, so that's him. Some notes to myself, some doodles from an old bullet journal that I got rid of. So I decided to keep these because I liked them. This was me brainstorming like desks because I didn't have a desk when I started the sketchbook. And then I eventually came back to it and painted over it with watercolors because it felt like a waste of a page. Ooh, I cannot show you that page. Can't show you that one. So this is something I do a lot in my sketchbooks. This was originally an entire page of like really loose pose studies. And I covered up most of them because I don't know, they were whatever. I didn't really care about them. The point of them was not really to keep them. I kept this guy because he was a lot more detailed and more interesting. And then this one, the pose came out really well, but it was still just like a skeleton. So after I went over it with gouache, you could still kind of see this one, and I used it as like a frame for this little guy. So he's really cute. He's got a cute little butt. And then on this side, I did a master's study, and I meant to write the artist's name down, but when I went back to the reference image, it was gone, so there's that. But I like how this turned out. This is liquid graphite, the gray part, and then the white is white gouache. I like this. I think it turned out really nice. I really like painting the ocean. I don't do it a lot, but when you get it right, it's very satisfying. Here we have a portrait. This is also liquid graphite, but it's the sepia-toned liquid graphite. This is a portrait of this model. She had like a condition that made her face really, really unique, and I wanted to paint her. And then, of course, again, I went to find the name of the model, and it was gone, even though I'm, like, certain that it was there when I was drawing her, but I guess not. This was planning for a piece. It was going to be a piece inspired by absinthe, by like old absinthe like advertisements. It was basically going to be an advertisement, and then it was inspired by like the ads for absinthe, but also like the nickname for it, which is the Green Fairy, right? So I was doing all of this prep work, and then I made the painting, and I didn't like the painting, which sucks. It really sucks. It's worse because I like a lot of the painting, and there are just a couple of things that just make me absolutely hate it. Which is worse. It's so much worse to make a painting that's like really good in every way except for like two really obvious ways that ruin all of the other good parts. It's really frustrating. But that's this. This was originally going to be something completely different, as you can see from like that. So I drew all these little rectangles as like little frames, and then I just left it. I just never came back to it. So eventually I came back and just used them as frames for tiny little pieces. So these are obviously all little portraits. Then we got some gouache. This cat turned out way sadder than I meant it to. A cool building. And this is a leaf. And the leaf was green, but then I painted it in orange, just using the values, and I think it turned out really, really cool. I really like this. Like, I like this a lot. Um, I went over the portraits with like a little bit of watercolor to help seal the graphite in. It's not foolproof, but it does help a little bit. Because that's the main thing. You won't see a ton of graphite only art in this sketchbook because I hate how it transfers. It bothers me a lot, and I hate how it smudges. It drives me crazy, so I don't do it a lot, even though I think it's really pretty. Imagination landscapes. These are kind of just what I do with like leftover paint a lot of the time. I do a lot of things with leftover watercolor paint, but little miniature landscapes were a big thing for a while, especially just like from my head. I wouldn't use a reference or anything. I may have used a reference for this one, but I don't think so. I really don't think so, but it is possible. This is a little thing about the cicadas in Washington and the cicadas in Washington and the cicadas in Ohio, because I've lived both places. I mean, lived is a little generous, but I've spent summers in both places, and I actually had no idea that we had cicadas in Washington, even though I've lived here my whole life. Apparently we do. They're just so much less obnoxious than the cicadas in Ohio that I didn't realize they were cicadas. This is a shadow study of a plant that used to live on my desk. I still have the plant, I just moved it to a different spot. But yeah, I think this is really nice. Ooh, can't show you that page. A really bad drawing of a dragon. We're not gonna look at it. The Rules from Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. Just to remind myself. This is colored pencil on gouache, a study of like a crystal. This is the first time I really like sat down and tried to use colored pencils properly, and I do like it. I think it's nice. I think I prefer colored pencils over a coating of gouache like I've done here, because it gives the paper a lot more tooth, and the colored pencils feel a lot more like creamy going down on it, and they catch a lot better. Yeah, it's just, and they don't peel up when you layer them as much. So yeah, I definitely prefer them over gouache. I was gonna do like other crystal studies and maybe like a pearl or something, but I decided I liked this one too much and I didn't want to risk ruining it. This is the same crystal in watercolor to just see how I would approach it differently. I like them both. I think this one captures the whole refraction-y, crystally thing about a crystal. Wow, good job. You know, the way light passes through a crystal, I think it captures that a lot better than the colored pencil does. But I do like both of them. I think if I did this again, this kind of study again, I would make the backgrounds the same color just to feel like I have a better comparison. But aside from that, I like both of them. This is covering up something I also can't show you. This page was initially covered entirely in like chalk pastel that I then got wet and like painted into the paper. And then I came back later and did like a pose study, anatomy study, whatever the hell you want to call it, on top of that. And then I went over that with Koh-i-Noor magic pencil, and then I went over that and added highlights with white pencil and the background and all of the things. I think it turned out cool though, a lot of fun. Some swatches of those same watercolor pencils from earlier. They look okay, they look fine. Watercolor pencils definitely look a lot better on watercolor paper, but yeah, they look fine. I don't like them that much. Working out some ideas, some colors. We got the life cycle of a mushroom. I think I was trying to think of like animations. Just like little animations. I didn't do anything with them. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I chose brown for this. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. More thinking about things. A song that is really good. Is Everybody Else Going Crazy by Nothing But Thieves. I highly recommend it. It's a very good song. This was a doodle, but I really liked it. This was like a packing sticker, you know, the little blank stickers that are never stuck to anything that are always put in with your packages. I did something on this page that I hated, and then I slapped the packing sticker on it and drew flowers on it with like Posca. And then I think the black is like Sharpie, but I don't know. We have a lot of transfer on this page. Like, this is why I hate graphite. Oh my god. Me before I like let my hair grow out and shit, just like took photos doing lots of different expressions and then used them as practice, reference, whatever. And then a thumbnail that is now basically incomprehensible because of all of the graphite transfer. Again, I do not like graphite for this reason. And then I jazzed up the page with some more Koh-i-Noor magic pencil, which also transferred. I don't mind that transferring nearly as much as I mind the graphite, to be honest. This is something I did at basically the end of the sketchbook. So like I always start my sketchbooks in chronological order, but then I'll come back to like cover up something that I think is stupid or was a waste of a page, or I'll come back because I skipped a page for whatever reason. Maybe I just wanted to leave room for something and then I didn't end up using all of the pages that I left room for myself for. So yeah, this was just it was like something about like color theory, but not like artistic color theory, design color theory, that I like copied down. And then I immediately decided that was stupid because I never used it. And it looked ugly, so I covered it up with leftover paint later on. And I did these. So this is colored pencil on gouache of just some picture I found on Pinterest. And then this is two of my OCs. It's like a giant fucking snake demon. Okay, so my camera died, because I forgot that I had almost no battery left before starting. But yes, so these are two of my OCs. This one is a giant snake. This one's an angel. I tried to think of a way to make him something other than a gigantic snake. I've got nothing. Every time I try to do something to make him look like something other than just a giant snake, I think it looks really stupid. So, I don't know. He might have two sets of eyes. He might just end up being a giant snake again. This guy is fun to draw because he's difficult in a different way than regular people. So because he's just like a bunch of wings, basically, once you figure out how to draw the wings, it's very easy to do that, but it's hard to get a clean silhouette for him. So drawing him is really, really satisfying. So I need to draw him more. He's a lot of fun. Let's see. I'm redoing a lot of this because the phone died. Anyway, thumbnails for a painting I did. This got left blank, so I ended up just filling it up with paint and then doodling on it. It's two other potential thumbnails. I didn't really use them for anything. This is a doodle. I really like this doodle. I think it's very cute. This is just a guy from a species I made up. Could not possibly start to explain them now. Complicated. It's Moomin. There's little Mai. Just the most inaccurate possible depiction of carbon while still. Okay, so I actually ended up taking an enormous break between filming the last part of this and then this part, like a really long break, so I don't actually remember where we were last time, but it does turn out I'm pretty sure it was before the Inktober shit, which I already went through multiple times. Also, the lighting's gonna change a lot. It's gonna change a lot. We're gonna deal with it. But yeah, so it turns out we're gonna have to go through the Inktober thing again, most likely, for what for me is the third time. And I don't necessarily like all the stuff I did for Inktober, so we're just gonna go through that part really quickly. Just so fucking quickly, because I'm not doing that. Oh god, no, not again. Okay, so that, do, boom. You can pause if you really care. I actually like this one, and it's probably the only one that I really, really like still. Oh, and these two. These two are great. I will actually turn this one so you can see it, because I do really like this. And I like this one. I think this one's cool. I messed it up a little bit, but I do like it in like concept, and I think the execution is pretty good. So there's that. Do this page that I completely forgot about. Blah 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 blah. And we're done. No more Inktober. Okay. So I did this after Inktober. I did like just the background, and then I had no idea what I was gonna do with it, but I was just so sick of black and white and no color that I just did this like ombre thing, and then I had zero plan for it after that. So I asked on my Instagram what I should do on it. I think I asked on Instagram and TikTok, and somebody said a dragon, and obviously dragon had to win. You can't beat dragon. So I went with a Eastern dragon, because I thought it would give me the best opportunity to use lots and lots of color. And I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. I really like drawing dragons, and I just never do it, even though it makes me really happy every time I do. So I'm not as good as I could be. But I do really like it. I think this page had a wash of like leftover paint on it, and then I closed it really quickly, and it made this shape that I thought looked like a mushroom, and so I drew that, and that's where that came from. These are also mushrooms. This is just from a photo off of Pinterest. These are bird's nest fungus. Here's a horse that I really just did to fill up the page, although it was fun. I should draw more animals. This one, not entirely sure why this is how I chose to approach the background, but it's whatever, it's fine. And it's got really bright again. Really bright again. Oh, that's great. Okay. I like this one a lot. I like the gray with the neon. But this was just really a doodle. List of things I want to be better at. How to Keep Going by Austin Kleon. I just wrote down to try and give it. Yeah, that's just fucking blinding. Okay. I'll wait. Completely unfucking watchable. Maybe if I... all the way and make it dark. This was me trying to make like an autumn watercolor palette. I never ended up doing anything with it. And then I like doodled some flowers on it with a brush pen. Lots of post-it note coverings up. This was me planning to do another plant person for Christmas. I never did it. I ran out of time. Life got kind of crazy. And I'm really sad that I didn't because I really like him. He's so grumpy. This is just a face, a portrait that I did with highlighters, and then later I came in with Sharpie, doodle page. This is me swatching colors to try and like, I don't know, figure out what color I wanted to use, and I thought they ended up looking like little calcifers, so I drew little calcifer faces on it, and it's covering up a really shitty drawing. Fog. This was a page of just like doodles, so I did more doodles on top of them. I really like Fog. He's cute. A pink page. I was just, I don't know, I think I was trying to come up with ideas because I wanted to use the color pink, and then this page took so long, I came back to it like weeks after I started it to finish it, that I just finished it for the sake of finishing it and moved the fuck on with my life. Oh, and now it's dark. Now it's really dark, of course. Okay. That is... wow. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, there's a cloud and I'm gonna take advantage of it while I can. This is Santa Dragon. I made him up like years and years and years ago. This is like wrapping paper from Christmas. This is me thinking about potential garden ideas for my house. And then playing around with the pencil, and the fucking sun is back again. Jesus Christ. These are gouache cats. These took me quite a while, just because I was filming them individually, and it's hard to find opportunities to film, if I'm being honest. But yeah, gouache cats. These are just references from Pinterest. I did them over like neon paint. I did a neon background, and then I drew each of the cats in and painted them on. Yeah, I actually really like them. They've gotten smudged, which is unfortunate, but I could probably clean them up if I ever decided to do anything with them. This is a spread of debatable quality about one of my OCs. These are meh drawings, but I just wanted to do something to fill up the page at that point. This was towards the end of the sketchbook, It had kind of been dragging on, and it was better than what was on the sketchbook, or on this page before. So, yep, here's a really nice little landscape. I did with like watercolor and the Koinura magic pencils. This guy I did over more scrap watercolor, which gave it a nice, interesting background, and then I later did a painting inspired by him. He's very cute, and then that painting turned into a little trio of paintings. So he was the stars, Here Comes the Fucking Sun Again, just like my least favorite Beatles song. So yeah, I did a trio of paintings. He was the stars, and then I did the moon and the sun. Oh, for fuck's sake. Please don't come back. Okay, there is a friggin' enormous dark gray cloud outside, so I think we're good now. Okay, this is me prepping for the Year of the Rabbit. I really like how that painting turned out. Very, very bright red. Very, very bright red. But these rabbit drawings are also very cute. Swatching the Graphitint pencils, as you can see, they are incredibly gorgeous. They're so pretty. I love them so much. My boyfriend got them for me for Christmas. And yeah, you can also like buff them so that they're shiny. But I don't know how well you can see that. But yeah, just beautiful colors. And the white is actually pretty impressive. Oh yeah, more prep work for the Year of the Rabbit. Big fluffy tail for censorship. This was gonna be the sketch for that I would then trace. I should probably cover that up a little bit. But it was coming out too small. And so I had to start from scratch on a bigger sketchbook. And I didn't want to waste it because I had done basically the entire pose, so I turned it into something else. More carbon. This one is, not good, not good. These two are, okay. Honestly, I use my sketchbook more for like rougher pieces, so unless I'm painting in gouache, shit tends to turn out pretty rough. Yeah, birds. I did basically all of these. Okay, no. I used like 3 different mediums. So these are the Graphitint pencils, and Graphitint and ink on this one. This one is a Koinura magic pencil, and this one is the Mayahimi gouache. I like this one. It turned out really pretty. I like the feet on that one. I think the feet turned out really, really good, actually. Now that I'm looking at them. Those are good bird feet. Damn. I also really like this owl. I thought the pose was really dramatic. Thumbnail for a potential drawing idea. Can I even show this page? Yep, this was part of the painting that did the star, right? Thumbnails, ideas. A fake color wheel that's not actually good, because the colors not actually opposite, they're complementary colors. But whatever. Thinking about things. A little comic, like a thumbnailed comic about how it is when my boyfriend leaves for work. It's very accurate. Thumbnailing for those paintings. I didn't end up doing the wings, although they are very, very cute. He didn't end up being a rabbit either. He was, I think I themed him off of a water buffalo for the horns. Working on something for some like world building stuff for a culture I made up. The sun, which ended up being Rooster. I went with a rooster for the animal inspiration for that one. And I really like how that one turned out. I think it turned out really nice. Me and my boyfriend played Night in the Woods. I had never seen it before. And this one is like copying the actual style pretty directly. And then this is me trying to kind of blend what they actually look like in the game with more like how I would do it. Mine did not turn out great, but everyone else did. Everyone else turned out good. I like this one. I think the shiny pants turned out good. I used the brush pen, which I don't normally do, but I think it turned out nice. And I like the sparkly boots. Covering up a shitty doodle in a fun way. Just doodles. I was doing a painting for Easter, so I was just scribbling out ideas, and I did it in pen, so they're very ugly. This painting, or this one, was like a person based off of a picture of a, what are they called? Bourgeoisie dogs. Yes, it looks like Putin a little bit. If he was like a person you'd want to hang around with. The hair turned out really nice though. Yeah, anyway. Butterfly, blah blah blah. And then this, I thought happy endings would be funny for the end of a sketchbook. I think it turned out actually really nice and really fun. Really like this one. And then the end, the actual end, with a cute little scene at the house, and then there's some little odds and ends, but they're not really drawings, they're just like scribbles and stuff that I thought about using for like, that I kept around for like censorship and stuff like that. Apparently I didn't use them. But yeah, that was Sketchbook 11. I hope you enjoyed the tour. This has been a cursed video to film. Everything went wrong. Everything. All of it. Every single thing. So, I'm calling it quits here on this, this video. It's nothing has worked, as I had planned, but I am happy to be able to put this sketchbook away, as it's been taking up space in my art supplies dresser instead of being put with the other finished sketchbooks. So that's good. Anyways, if you enjoyed my art and would like to see more of it, feel free to subscribe. There's a like button, there's a notifications button, there's a comment section, there's all kinds of great shit that you can use to show YouTube that you liked this video. Bye.